It's always a good idea to stay organized, and same goes for SketchUp. Now SketchUp has a number of tools that help you stay organized. One of them is called grouping. Now what grouping does is take a collection of objects and stick them into a group so they can be manipulated as one. So here I have this house. Now this house isn't grouped to be organized in any specific way. So all I have is just a collection of faces and edges, and if I want to move the entire house, that means I would have to select all the faces and all the edges. I can't just click on something and move it because I basically would be remodeling it at that point. So if I want to move the whole thing, I would have to select everything in here. That means marquee selecting or individually selecting everything that I want to move. Now in this scene, this is pretty easy because this is the only thing in the scene, and if I select everything, I can move it. But if this scene was more complex, marquee selecting such as I am doing now might not be as easy. So grouping can help to create objects that are easy to select and manipulate. So to group, all you have to do is select the object that you want. So I am going to go ahead and select everything in the scene, and then all you have to do is right click over it, and we have an option here called make group. We also can find this here under edit, make group, and regardless of where I selected, it groups everything into one object. Now you can see this by this box that surrounds all those things that I selected, and once I have that selected, I can go into my move tool, I can move it, I can rotate it, and if I want, I can scale it. Nice thing about it is that it does work on everything that I have selected. Now if you want to destroy a group, all you have to do is explode it. So if I right click over this, you will see we have a command here called explode, and that destroys the group and brings this all back to the way it was. Now we can also have groups within groups, so we can actually nest groups in SketchUp, and that's pretty easy. All I have to do is select the part of the scene such as the house and group it. And then select another part of the scene such as these stairs and again group those. So here I have two groups. So if I select both of them, I can group them again, and that makes for one group. Now if I double click on this, I actually go into the two subgroups, and if I double click on one of those, then I can actually get down to the component level, and again clicking outside of these recloses the group. Now there may be times when you have something grouped where you want to go into that group and modify just something a little bit, and you can do that by double clicking on the group. So if I double left click on the group, it opens that group, and then I can go in here and select any component or object in that group. Now to get out of this mode, all you have to do is click outside of it and it returns to a group. So grouping is a great way to collect objects and organize your scene.